Hi, this is Advocate Prashant Kanha, and in continuation to our last video on PMLA, in this video we are going to talk about the survey process that is taken up or followed by the Enforcement Directorate. What is the need for this survey? How the survey process is conducted? What are the rights of the person whose vicinity is being surveyed? And what precautions you should take while your premises or vicinity is being surveyed by ED. So to start with, let us understand that under which provision survey power has been given to the Enforcement Directorate and for what purposes survey is conducted by ED. So section 16 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act gives power to the authorities under the PMLA Act, which includes the director, deputy director or assistant director or any other officer who are deputed for the purposes of the enforcement of this act. So if these authorities, they are of the opinion and they have reasons to believe that in some premises an offense of money laundering under section 3 has been committed, then they can conduct survey of that premises, and there they can inspect the documents, inspect the premises and see that whether this property or the documents there can give them evidence with respect to offense of the money laundering. When the survey is conducted or when the permission of only survey has been granted to the officer or the authorized person or the authority, then in that scenario the power of seizure, the power to freeze anything or the power to attach anything does not exist with the officer at that time. He can only collect paper or he can see the papers, and then thereafter he can take the papers also, photocopy only. He can take that, and then after due investigation they can come again for further search and seizure of such documents or seizure of such bank accounts or other properties which they think that is a proceed of crime out of money laundering of the schedule offenses. Now, being a premises holder or the caretaker of the premises, how you can ascertain that whether the ED officer has come for search or for survey? So whenever some officer from the ED will come, he will be carrying his identity card, and along with that he would be carrying the power or the letter of the director of the ED or the deputy director of the ED authorizing such person to conduct survey or search. So if you see that there he has got the power to survey, then be assured that he will not be freezing any asset, attaching any asset or taking any person into custody on that day. So if somebody comes in like normal dress and says that he is from ED, it is your very much right to confirm that from his identity card and also see the authorization letter for survey. As a caretaker or the person who is in control of such premises or document, it is the responsibility or it is your responsibility to cooperate with the survey process, because under section 16 it has been made mandatory that the person or who is in charge of such premises is duty bound to cooperate with respect to the survey. So far as this reasons to believe is concerned, then the officer or the authority must have solid reasons to believe that there may be some evidence or some evidence may be collected, or that there are material sufficient for an offense under section 3 of the PMLA Act, and only after recording such reasons the survey can be conducted. A report of the survey has to be prepared by such authority or the officer, that when did he approach there, what were the documents, who were the person who were there, etc. So all these things to be recorded, and what are his primary opinion or prima facie opinion with respect to the documents or with respect to the premises that he thought that are proceeds of crime, and after that, that report and the reasons to be recorded, that has to be put in a sealed cover and then shared with the adjudicating authority. The adjudicating authority maintains such records for 10 years, and through legal process one can even obtain such document from the adjudicating authority if the court permits. So this is all with respect to survey. In the next video I will be talking about section 17, which deals with search and seizure power of the enforcement directorate, and we'll also be talking about that how search and survey is different from each other in view of the section 17. But as of now, the difference between the survey and search is that in survey, arrest or freezing or attachment power is not available to the concerned authority, whereas in search, such power comes to him. This is all with respect to section 16, the survey power of the enforcement directorate. Hope this was helpful.